Sunday morning, Valentines Day, February 14th. That is what the weather says. Near me, Joplin's just south edge of Joplin's 7 miles from here. So, yeah. Actual temperature 3, feels like -14. This is their beginning of their 5-day forecast, so a couple of days of this crap like this. They go to predicting that Monday evening, so lowest we're going to get, and it's going to rebound. Above freezing temperature on Friday is what they've been given. And we're getting snow. So, I have to put my rubber boots and my coat on yet. We're going to go see if I can get my truck to start. It's 7:21 in the morning. So, I'll bring you back out here in a little bit. That was different. You can't turn the camera on with on-screen controls with gloves on. And I ain't taking my gloves off. Here we go. Ooh, that's the first time it's ever done that. I may have to have my foot on the control to get her to start today. Pretty doggone cold. Not plugged in or nothing. That was Mildred, my truck. Hope y'all can get this. It's snowing a little bit. Maybe it'll focus here in a second. Come on. It ain't gonna do it. Probably. I'll try again a little bit. I was gonna try something here. If I can get this camera to set still. Nope, as cold as it is, it wouldn't freeze coming out the shell. Matter of fact, we're 15-20 seconds of it being out of the shell, still ain't froze. So that is that's a fake. At least for here. They didn't do that here. For that, pick up that snow outside. That won't do it. There, we got a little better picture. I don't know if you can see out there very good yet or not, but that's kind of how it is today. To get you started before I put my gloves on, there's the dogs trying to clean up that egg, which, by the way, when I came back 10 minutes, maybe 15 later, it was froze. Anything out on the ground right now is going to be froze. looks white out there is because of that snow. And if you look real close, you get a glimpse. It's actually snowing really hard. And we're in this for another good little bit here. Make no sense standing out there in the snow. So, let's see if I can get my cows fit. I know the picture's a hair crooked, but that's where you can sit on my dash and not make me have to do anything special. I did open it up to where they could go in the shed, and I think a few of them have, but the majority of them heifers just staying outside. It's dark in that shed, and they'd rather be out in the light when they can be out in the light. We call it cow feed because I grind corn and oats, wheat, so it's cow feed. That's good. You can see how hard it's snowing. I haven't been out here maybe a minute and a half or so, and it's building up on the hood already. These guys. I was cutting them a hole in the pond up there, and after watching them, they was standing out on the pond some of them were, while they were drinking, and I didn't shut them away from there, but I decided that I just saw the water out here, and I can water two different pens. I'm gonna water them, and I can water my cows from right there at the house. And they all came up and drank last night when I did it, so I'll probably try to do that a couple times today, maybe. Those troughs, when it's cold, they're the first thing to freeze up. For anybody that don't know, and you'll have to cut ice on troughs too, but when it is cold, they're about the first thing to freeze up. It takes a little doing to get them, more doing to get a hole in them, and then they don't last as long because they'll empty them. Especially like these cows. That tank I got in there for them somewhere short of 500 gallon maybe. They'll empty it. I hope they emptied it before they left the corral last night. That way I got space to put new in there. Got a little space to run some new in on top of it, even if it's ice, and melt that ice enough that you can put more water in it. And they get a drink today. Right down the back of the neck. Oh yeah. Mildred's temperature gauge finally came up off of nothing. What's happening there? No cows. They're all down here by the old shed. So I think I'll just go get my bale of hay down here by the old shed. Do it. Sure can. Humped up in the windbreak. Trying to be in the windbreak. May have to use four-wheel drive today. Yep, it's a little slick. Just a little bit. Something where you don't have the CSS. A lot of people want to say something else. That means you can't see stuff. If you got CSS, you can't see stuff. Supposed to do this morning and most of the day, and then tomorrow too. Which, in my opinion, is a real stinker. But I'm not even sure we had a measurable snow last year. People ask, why don't you have barn to put your cows in the winter? There's some shelter, but usually and they'll do fine. They don't they're in danger to get frozen or something out here, even though it's really cold. We just try to keep them to where they got enough food to stay warm. They do eat more when it's like this. Gotta get a good count on these dudes too. It's a little more difficult when they're not black and red and white. So it'll be harder when everything else is white. Could be having baby calves. I've not had any, but my son Scott's had a couple of three. We had one old cow that hit her calf down in the drain off from the pond, and he couldn't find it. He knew it was out there, couldn't find it, finally found it. And she had it down in there laying on the ice. And he got it. He thought it had been up and nursed. But he got it up, took it up to the house, and warmed it up, and gave it some stuff. But it did not last. He expired. They can't put up with being too cold for so long. You gotta get that warm milk in their belly just every little bit. So usually if I want to get up, it'll do all right. Now we gotta go see if we can get Dakota. I would think this would be the kind of snow that would drift really bad because it's so frozen. And they said because we're so cold, both of these snow events coming in wouldn't have any chance of being ice. All this snow. Boy, we are cold. We usually don't see 3 degrees. That's what I'm saying. Here we are, 3 degrees. Yeah, here he comes out the door already, ready to go. Well, maybe. He's still got on his Hey Dude shoes. I bet he puts on his overalls before he comes back out. I don't know. Guess we'll see. So, that's how it works when we're having to do chores on Sunday morning. Of course, my church has already been called off live meeting. That makes it a little easier for me to do all this extra getting around because we'll have virtual. And our adult Sunday school leader usually gets on there and does our virtual Sunday school, but my virtual and hope she may do some singing. They've done that before. She gets in there and does some singing. Sometimes her daughters will be at her house with her. They'll sing and lead in worship that way. You kind of have to do it in your own home, you know. And they'll lead in worship, and then we'll have the preaching. We'll have to see how it goes. It'll be interesting to see how it goes today. So I'll probably already have this video up sometime this afternoon, maybe. But, yeah, it's going to be pretty miserable here for a couple of days. We've had a week of it. This last week we did, I don't think we had a temperature above freezing for a high. And we got like 3 or 4 more days of it. All my hay's in the barn though. I'm really fortunate that way. Dakota's hay's out, some of Scott's is out. So it makes it a little more difficult to pull strings when the stuff froze to the bale. All my hay's in the barn. So far today, all my animals are doing real good. More than half of them. I just got those 19 steers and 8 bulls. My responsibility to check on them. So, and my coffee's hot. And I don't think you can see it in that picture. So let's tip you up, and you can see if you look once in a while. There's a wisp of smoke. There's actually quite a little bit of hot coming out of that chimney, and it's nice and warm in there. I got my fire started. It was I have electric heat in the house on the central unit, and then we got a wood stove, and so I try to keep the wood stove going to make the electric heat not come on, but I gotta do some work on my front door. The seal around the front door ain't very good. And the one that goes in the garage. We only got 2 doors in our house, really. Well, they both need work. So, Coach's gonna get in here and we're gonna go feed his cows. Say bye, Dakota.
Bye.
You got your glove off. Push the button. Still snowing. 4:37. I'm ready for church tonight, but I've been watching videos and you can see whose they are down there. And we did get everything took care of, but my outside water, even though it comes right out of the house, froze up, so I have to go somewhere else to get me a couple of containers of water tomorrow. Water the animals that's here. I really don't have to, but the calves, they kind of scare me when they get out on the ice to drink out of the pond, and it's not thick enough to hold all of them up. And then my pond I've been watering cows out of, the water level keeps going down in it, and the ice falls in, and you have to cut a whole bunch of ice just to get down to where the water is. So I'm probably going to get me enough water the next couple days somewhere. I've got a 50-foot hose, and I know my dad's got water. I got one more try here to be able to get it, but I'll have to put it in a container because I don't have enough hose to reach from where my water's at. Anyhow, I'm gonna end this one here, and I hope you guys that this storm's fixing to hit don't get anything like we did. Anyway, y'all have a good evening, and be sure and tell your sweetheart that you love her because it's Valentine's Day. And we'll talk at you on the next video.